Today we're going to talk about how to take a major chord and make it suspended, and we will also discuss when and how to use suspended chords. So let's look at our keyboard, and let's start with a C major chord. So this is our normal C chord. Now there is a special chord that is usually written C with lowercase sus right after it. That is called C sus or C suspended. So to make our C chord suspended, what we're going to do is take this middle note and we're going to move it up or to the right one key. Right here. So the C chord is C, E, G. C sus or C suspended is C, F, G. You can hear that has a pretty sound. From our C to our C sus. So practice that a few times, going from your C to C sus, C to C suspended. Now we can do that for any chord. So let's go to the G chord. Let's make a G chord suspended. So let's make a G suspended. So to make G suspended, we do the same thing. We take the middle note and we move it to the right one key. So G, C, D. So G, G suspended, G, G suspended. And let's do that again for our D major chord. So we just learned our D major chord, which is like this. It's D, F sharp, A. And to make a D suspended, we're going to take the middle note, which is the F sharp, and we're going to move it to the right one key. So we have D, G, A. And that is our D suspended. So we have D and D suspended. Now you will see these suspended chords in songs often, and so now you know exactly how to play them. You can invert them just as you would with a normal chord, just as we talked about our C chord inversions. You can also invert suspended chords. And we won't go over the specific inversions, but you're free to practice them on your own if you like. So instead of playing the C suspended here, you could move the C to the top and you could play it here. Or you could move the F to the top and you could play it here like this. So they can be played in any inversion. Now let's talk about how we would use suspended chords. So the most common way we would use suspended chords is actually in introductions. Now we'll talk about that a little bit more in lesson 4 when we discuss introductions and transitions. So basically, often for introductions, one of the most common patterns that we can use for introductions is to simply play our root chord, which in this case, we'll pretend I'm in the key of C for now. So it would be our C. So we would play our C 4 times, and then we would play our C suspended 4 times. We go back to our C 4 times, and then our C suspended 4 times. And that is a very common introduction. If you listen to much of the music that's most likely played in your church, you will, I'm sure, hear the C to the C suspended chord progression a lot as an introduction or as a transition. And again, we'll talk about that a little bit more in the next lesson. So that is a common introduction or transition. You can also use that in any other key as we discussed. So for example, the key of D that we're talking about right now, you can, as an introduction, play 4 beats of the D chord, 4 beats of D suspended, 4 beats of D, and then 4 beats of D suspended. Holy, holy. And that leads naturally right into your song.